This is David Saltzer and Rick Dykhuizen from AngelsWin.com, speaking today with pitcher Mark Sappington. Mark, how you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself, man?
Great. Can you tell us what draft day was like for you?
Draft day was a pretty fun day. It was pretty crazy. Woke up about 7:30 and had a couple phone calls already. I think the draft didn't start till like noon or 1 o'clock Central Time. But I had a couple calls just saying, hey, would you still good on your signability, stuff like that. And then once it got to about the 4th and 5th rounds, I was on the phone, nonstop. Crazy thing, Angels didn't even call me before they picked me. I was on the phone with 2 teams. I was on the phone with the Tigers, and I was on the phone with the Red Sox at the time. And I had them both in hand, and they were, just kind of chatting with them. And they're saying, hey, will you sign for this? We draft you here, blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, I was kind of talking to him. And boom, name goes up on the TV. We had the computer plugged in the TV. We were watching it, and it was like, boom, all right, hey. And they're like, hey, congratulations.
Well, all of us at AngelsWin.com, we were following, and we had this whole big thread going of who's going next, and we were watching, just like you were watching,
Sure.
we're watching it going, who are they going to take? Because, the Angels are probably one of the most tight-lipped organizations in terms of who they're going to draft and when,
Sure.
and trying to get any information, so we had no clue, but that's good. So can you tell the fans about where you came from, what you throw, stuff like that?
Yeah, came from a place called Peculiar, Missouri.
Peculiar.
Yeah, Peculiar. You look
That's
at
pretty
USA
peculiar.
Today. Every year, USA Today does a story on like the weirdest named cities in America.
Like Hell, Michigan.
We never get the front page, but we're always it's like Peculiar, Missouri. So it's about 30 miles south of Kansas City. What do I throw? I throw a fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Fastball comes in about mid-90s, low to mid. Usually sit 92, 94, touch 96. Throw slider, changeup, curveball.
Anything you're working on?
Yeah, I've been working on my delivery a little bit. Just kind of trying to get not come underneath myself, which kind of means I had like a little pause, a little hitch in my delivery. So kind of just ironing that out, and so it's gone really well. Zeke Zimmerman, our pitching coach here, has done a great job, and I'm just a sponge, man. I never really had a bunch of pitching instructions, so this is all new and wonderful to me.
Can you tell the fans where you played and
Yeah, I played at Division II college. It was Rockhurst University. Couldn't have dreamed to go to a better place. For anybody that ever says that you can't get drafted out of a D2, they're lying, because
you're proof.
I'm proof of that. So it's been the biggest blessing in my life to go to, or one of the biggest blessings, to go to Rockhurst, and it was great. They treated me so well for 3 years, and I know I'll always call that home as far as college goes.
So what's it like playing here? I mean, ball travels pretty darn far here.
Yeah, it does, but I think that that's a good learning tool for pitchers. I mean, if you don't get the ball down, see ya, have fun. But I think it can work to our advantage as a club, because we'll get used to it and we'll keep the ball down. If other clubs, maybe not as used to the higher elevation or something like that, in that sense, our hitters will be able to send some out where if our pitchers can keep it down, we can use it to our advantage.
So how's the club gelling so far?
Gelling well. I mean, it's always a learning experience, and it's when you go through a big losing streak like we did at the start of the year, where we lost, I think it was 8 of our first 9 games. So that's always a little rough, because winning cures everything, right? So but no, everybody kind of kept their heads up, and it was just kind of getting all the kinks out, and this team can do a lot. I know it can, so I'm really excited, and we're gelling pretty well.
The first time on the mound as a pro, what are you thinking? I mean, like, holy crap, I'm getting paid to do this, or what are you really thinking?
It was kind of crazy. I was just trying to focus up, and I couldn't, I don't know if anybody watched the first start or saw the stat line, but, I got lit up. I mean, there's no other way to put it, but, it was a great learning experience, and kind of, it was just immediate.
Good feedback.
Yeah, great feedback. He says, hey, you throw the ball here, you won't last more than an inning. So, my last start was a lot better. I kind of lived down here and, left some balls up, but it was, it's definitely, just try to find the positives and everything, and, you just move on. And I mean, it was still a blast to start. I mean, obviously it's not, the quintessential way to get it going, but I definitely used it as a learning tool, and it's going well for me.
When we talked to Coach Kochman, he said you only go as far as you're pitching. So, I mean, are you the kind of guy who's going to sit there, take real pride, and fight a coach when you're coming out, or?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a workhorse. I mean, just as far as like, I was going to say my job description, I throw a bunch of pitches or, throw a lot of innings. A lot out of necessity if you go to a smaller school, and you're their guy, then, I definitely, I take pride, and I like to take responsibility for, leading my team to a victory, or if we lose, that's on me. I don't care. I mean, that's my fault. And if we win, then that's a team win. But if we lose and you're starting pitcher, that's on myself. But no, they got me on a pretty strict pitch count here for this year. So
45
or 50, I think.
Yeah.
And like 2 or 3 innings. So that's a little difficult, but. It's okay. I mean, it's definitely they're not doing it because they don't like it. I mean, it's just doing it for my own best
You said
interest.
earlier you threw a lot of innings at a small school.
Right. So it's still different because you want to be able to contribute and continue to contribute. But if you throw 2 or 3 innings, it's like, man, I can't bring my team deep into a game. But at the same time, it's a great time to learn, great time to get your feet wet and get after it.
Let's move a little bit to the lighter side. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Shoot, well. I just saw the movie Ted this weekend.
And what rating would you give that?
I'd give that that's I mean, if we're going on a 4-star, that was 4 stars. I mean, it's not for everyone. I don't know if the folks in Utah necessarily that would be their favorite movie. There's a little bit of vulgarity, but I mean, it's got a pretty good message, and it's hilarious. Just think about an animated teddy bear, but no, I loved it. But other than that, I mean, I really liked Anchorman.
You excited to see the sequel?
Oh yeah. Oh, it was nuts. I think it's going to be amazing.
Top 3 songs in your iPod?
Top 3 songs in my iPod. Orca by Rich the Factor. What else? Let's see. I just listened to a lot of Rich the Factor, man. A lot of Rich the Factor, and then some techno.
When you're coming in to start a game, what song do you have?
What song do I have? It's by who is that by? I think it's by Skrillex and Avicii. It's a Levels remix.
Got it.
It's a solid song. And then this past week, because I didn't have one, just put "This Is How We Do It" by Montel Jordan. Just classic, get the fans rolling.
Being from Missouri, Cardinals fan or Royals fan?
I hate the Cardinals.
There we go.
There you go, folks.
Favorite player though?
On the Cardinals?
No, growing up.
No,
who's your favorite?
I don't like.
No, who is your favorite player? No.
Favorite player growing up?
Oh, come on! You're not going to be happy with Albert Pujols behind you for.
I really liked him, man. When I was growing up, I really liked Carlos Beltran back when he was with the Royals coming up as a rookie. He was, I was 9 or 10, so kind of getting into the game. I was like, yeah, that was my guy. But I really liked Zach Greinke, and I liked Roy Halladay. Roy Halladay's my favorite player right now. He's a little injured, but he's still, he's unreal. And
of course,
I admire him. So I love the Royals. Love the Royals. You can't get away from your hometown. I mean, I lived there for 21 years, so love the Royals. But they're a close number 2 behind the.
Well, you're gonna have some fun.
Angels.
You're gonna be having some fun battling some of their guys coming up the system. They gotta.
Oh, absolutely. They got some excellent players. The guys in Kansas City area that I played against growing up. So.
Any choice words for the Ogden Raptors, the Owls' big rival in Utah?
No, I don't really care for the Ogden Raptors.
Okay, nobody down here does.
No, I'm just playing. No, the Ogden Raptors. Nice folks, nice fans. I've heard.
What's a perfect day in your off season like?
Perfect day in my off season?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, hanging out with my family, and then probably going to the gym, going and chilling with I'll go hang out with my baseball coach from college. Just go listen. He's an athletic director, so that's kind of what I want to do when I get done with this, say 10, 20 years, however long.
Anything else you'd like to say to the fans at angelswin.com?
No, just keep coming out, keep supporting. I mean, you don't have 3 million fans every year for no good reasons, because they're the best fans in the business. I mean, and that's just That just shows the commitment that the area has to the Angels in general. And then, you know, for the minor leagues, I mean, our attendance here is, you know, 2,500 every night. So, you know, there's a great support, but, you know, continue to be vocal, continue to just do whatever you can for the Angels. I mean, I've been very blessed, and so thanks everybody for everything you guys do. And it's you couldn't ask to be part of a better organization. It's been the best experience I could ever imagine.
Well, everyone at angelswin.com is pulling for you. We hope to see you in Anaheim in a couple of years, and
Absolutely.
we'll catch up with you along the way.
I appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.